Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carol. I'm a Poland-based digital content creator. I normally do videos on fashion and beauty, but today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my experience in Poland so far. I've been living here for about 7 months now, and people always ask me all the time what life is like here and what it is like just being a black person in Poland. And I just thought, well, why not share it with you guys? So when I was preparing for this video, I actually asked my Instagram audience to send me anything specific that they wanted me to talk about. And something that was constantly coming up was the issue of cost of living. And in my humble opinion, I think Poland is a very affordable country. As a student, my expenses are very low. Just to give you an idea of what I mean, at my university, which is meant to be a private institution, our school fees ranges from 2,500 euros to 4,500 euros. I don't know if the numbers have changed, but yeah, that's just our tuition. And in terms of cost of living, for example, with transportation, I don't remember the exact amount, but it's around 45 zlotys that I pay for my bus card, and that's going to be unlimited rides in the city. So I think that Poland is quite cheap. So obviously, with a country like Poland, where it's not very common to find black people as natives of that nation, the number one question that people do have is there any racism in Poland? And before I answer that question, I would just want to put a disclaimer out there that my personal experience is not reflective of every foreigner who lives in Poland. So if your experience is different from mine, feel free to respectfully share it in the comments down below. It is more than welcome. So personally, for the 7 months that I've been living in this country, I have not encountered any racism at all. On the contrary, I've met some really nice Polish people. I find them very kind because this environment is quite new to me, and most of the times I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do, and I've always found them very helpful. If I do need help, they come around and help. That has been my personal encounter. However, I don't want to stretch it and say that Polish people are not racist. I honestly think that that would be very misleading because I've had some of my friends tell me of their very unpleasant experiences that they've had. I think with issues like racism, there is no definitive answer that I can say Polish people are not racist or Polish people are racist. I haven't had any racism encounters. My friends have, so really it differs. And another thing that came up when people were sending me their questions was the issue of the language. If you don't know, in Poland the official language is Polish, and you're not going to meet a lot of Polish people who can actually speak English. So people were just curious, like, what is it like living in a country that's not English speaking? And to be honest, it does get frustrating sometimes because you're trying to communicate and this person doesn't understand what you're trying to say. But you're gonna be fine. You can go by your day-to-day life. I mean, I've been here for 7 months and I am absolutely unmotivated to learn Polish. I don't know, at some point I will learn it because it's very beneficial to know Polish in this country. But I just don't have the pressure because I actually survive without it. For example, if you get in a restaurant, there's gonna be an English menu. When you get on the bus, there's gonna be an option for English. So everywhere that you go, there's gonna be something in Polish and something in English. So you're gonna be fine. The only problem that you will have is just relating to Poles themselves because not many people actually speak English that well. Another thing that was constantly coming up in these questions that people were sending to me was the issue on job opportunities. And like I said before, I'm a full-time student, so I really don't know what the full-time employment climate looks like. However, I do know that as a student, you can get a part-time job. Like, they are available and they are enough to go by. However, I will also want to say that this is going to be very dependent on which city that you live in. So in other cities, like my city in Lublin, if you don't speak Polish, to be honest, it's gonna be a bit difficult for you to get a part-time job. However, when you stay in like maybe the capital, you can easily get a part-time job even if you don't speak Polish. And yeah, so if you are considering coming to study here and you also really want to focus on working at the same time, then I would advise you that then try to look at the capital or other bigger cities that can cater for you even if you don't speak Polish. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was the weather. I remember when I was telling people at home that I'm going to Poland, everyone was just so worried, like, oh my gosh, it's so cold. How are you going to survive? You know, Poland really is famous for being a cold country. And I came here and it was cold. It really was that cold, and it was like nothing I've ever experienced before. I was just like, what is this country like? What is this place? Guys, it was so cold. And do you know what the funny thing is? Every Polish person that you would talk to would be like, oh my gosh, this winter has been so great. It's been so good. I'm like, what do you mean this winter has been a good winter? It's -7 outside and you're telling me that we are lucky. What do you mean we are lucky? But then yeah, I do understand what they meant, because normally it's just mountains and mountains of snow, and this year it was just like it would just snow for a bit and then in a few hours it has already melted away. And yeah, I'm actually now kind of scared because I'm thinking, okay, so if this was a good winter, I don't know. I'm actually kind of scared. But yeah, that's winter. And then summer is just lovely. I love summer, but also, I don't know what it is about this country. Everything is just so extreme. Like sometimes it's just so uncomfortably hot. But yeah, it is what it is. Hot in the summer, extremely cold in the winter. The thing that I wanted to talk about was the issue of safety. That's one of the things that I really love about Poland. I mean, obviously, there's no country that is 100% safe, it's just not possible. But I really do feel so safe in this country. Like, I've never felt safe in my country anyway. But here, it's just so, you don't hear a lot of bad things happening to people. I mean, before the coronavirus, we used to go to school and sometimes we had classes as late as 8 p.m. and we would walk at home, take the bus or whatever, and we never had any stories about something happening to a student or anything like that. It really is just that safe. And yeah, that's just my own feeling. And like I say, there's no country that is 100% safe. But then, I mean, also having lived in countries like South Africa, you really do appreciate the fact that you don't have to worry about your life every 5-6 seconds. So I think Poland is relatively safe. So yeah, guys, I personally think that Poland is such a lovely country. It has so much beauty to offer. It has so much amazing things around it. I mean, I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, because I'm not saying it for the sake of saying it, but because when I first came here, I absolutely hated it. The culture shock was so much, and I think I would cry every day and just want to go back home because I just couldn't. And I was so miserable for so long because it's just like, what is this place? But then I just decided to open myself up, open my mind, and discover the country, discover the city. And I realized, like, it's actually a good place. It's really a good place. I mean, I do get annoyed sometimes, like when you walk into a store and you can't find a foundation that matches your skin tone, or you can't find a gel that holds your hair and things like that. But other than that, I love it here. So I loved making this video. For some strange reason, I actually enjoyed it. I mean, it's almost 2 a.m. I don't feel sleepy because, well, yeah, I actually was enjoying this thing. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I'll be happy to reply to you. If you have anything to share, feel free to do that in the comment section. And before you go, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also turn on the notifications bell, because it really does help my channel a lot. And I have a goal of reaching 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, so it's not possible without you guys. So if you did enjoy this video, please do bless me with your subscription, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.